2860. Also, I need to do a dead end run. That'll be pretty funny. So I want the tomb. How long did it take you to receive inheritance? I got that on day 21. Granted, I will say I played the demo a lot, so I did have that going for me. In the demo I reached the antechamber several times. Let's see here. Not liking any of these options. Time to get a random room here. Oh, this is helpful. Okay. Study. Love to see it. Is there anything special drafting this room outside? So right now I'm kind of just messing around. I only have 2 red letters, and trying to figure out the codes or for how to get the red letters to the saves on my own has been a little bit tedious, I'm not gonna lie. For instance, this is one of the saves that I don't know how to crack open. The red letters that I've found are the ones in the shelter and the ones in the boudoir. Gotcha. Yeah, it was really interesting because in the demo, like I had gotten the basement key before and had just been struggling on trying to find out where to use it. So I was like, the sauna said, or the pool room said that you could draft the pump room after drafting the pool room, but I never ran into the pool room or the pump room. It probably wasn't implemented. So, and because I hadn't been able to get the basement key before, I was like trying to figure out how to get the basement key just through like using the trading hat post or something. It took me a while to get to the antechamber. I didn't know that the antechamber would just give it to you, because it was not like that. But I figured it out in the end. Right now, what I'm trying to do is I finally, just like the other run, figured out the code for the gallery and got the room 8 key, but I wasn't able to use it. So this time I'm trying to get the gallery again, get the room 8 key, and figure out what to do with it. I'm assuming that I need to use it on rank 8 and it'll open up a special room, but I could be wrong. Bomb. Free gem. I wonder if I should use the berry picking ability to try to get the gallery again. Or I could try to do it through the library. Decisions. Let's pick a berry. Oh, okay. So now we have officially gone through all of these books. Do I understand the secrets of all of them? Not really. I think I'm gonna go ahead and request a new clue again, just so that I have it for later. I haven't, this is another thing. I haven't really figured out what to do with the stuff a new clue has to offer. I did find, I did use it. I'm not sure how far through the game you are, so I won't, like, talk too much about it, unless you're alright with that. But honestly, I discovered some things from it, but it's like, I don't know where those things actually leave. Or lead, I should say. Bookshop. I've already bought everything from the bookshop that I know of. I wonder if there's any point in going there. No, let's try it. Nope. Guess there's no point in going back to this room after you've bought out everything. Yeah. I honestly really did like the kind of lore feeling books, like the story of the Black Blue Ridge Grotto. That was quite interesting. Let's grab this so that I'm able to do a bunch of rerolling. Time to use up some stars. Oh, the attic. I mean, I want to go to the attic, but that also means like I have so much unexplored stuff over here that'll be hard to get to. I think it's worth it though. Probably. Oh, if you want to know about another clue that I have no idea what to do with, there's one in this room that I haven't figured out. And if you know about it, don't necessarily tell me, but if you go back here, there's this little piece of paper, which I've found correlates to like the monitors and security. And right here is pointing to the office, but I don't understand what to do with that information. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that one either. Doing the side puzzles, yeah. Have you been mostly working towards the red letters or the trophies? I'm kind of mixed between the two. I think I'm going more for the trophies because they have like easier objectives, if that makes sense. Like it's clear what you need to do in order to get the trophies. The red letters are I'm just kind of lost on a lot of the time, but each time I play it, I discover something more than I knew last time. So I really like that feeling about this game. Oh boy, I'm not liking really any of these, huh? Let's go ahead and redraw. No, I'll take the parlor. I've only found one. I found the saves, but couldn't figure out the codes. Yeah. I have 2 red letters so far. Wind up key. Let's see about this puzzle. Statement on top of the white box is true. The gems are not in this box. Correct. I hate these puzzles with 2 statements on each box. Exactly 2 statements with the word true or false. The gems are not in this box. Both statements on the white box are true. Both statements on this box are true. Well, if we take this box to be true, then this has to be true, and this one has to be lying, meaning that the statement. But that also contradicts because the statement on the white box is true, but if this box is false, that contradicts this box. So this box can't be true, meaning it's false. So both statements on the white box are false. Both statements on this box are true, which means that this box has to be true. But if this box is true, well... Interesting. Yeah, I know. Oh, I hate this one too. Let's take the white box as being true, for argument's sake. Exactly 2 statements with the word true are false. So the top statement on the white box is true. Both statements on the white box are true. Both statements on the white box are false. So what if we take the white box and apply that to this black box so that both of these statements on the black box are false? If both of these statements are false, then the second statement of the white box has to be false, meaning that the gems are in the white box. Okay, that logic is good enough for me to test it out. Aha. That was the correct answer. It really does seem like a lot of the times, well, once you get past, like, I don't know, 30 rounds of this puzzle, it turns to be just like a coin flip a lot of the times because of all the contradictions. Vault. That would definitely probably in the run, so I don't want to do that. I could go gambling. Let's go conference room. Oh, so you might notice something interesting about my trophy room. It's a very good room now. I have removed its gem cost, so it is plus 8 gems for free. Upgrades is in the the discs, or this wasn't from a disc though. Yeah, so there is a way that you can get a room called the Armory, and one of the items there is a 32 cost axe that allows you to chop the gems off of different rooms. So I chopped the 5 gems off of this room, so now it's free for plus 8 gems. It's a pretty good room if you ask me. So the ones I've been working towards are acing the final exam. I've done the final exam once and got a B+ on it. So close. Sigils of course. Completing the directory. I guess I need 2 rooms for that. Or no, sorry, 4 rooms for that. Need to win the drafting sweepstakes as well. And of course, what I'm going for right now, getting into room 8. Oh man, I'm using up all my keys. Not a big fan. Great Hall, huh? I'll do security here. Try to decrease the security levels since I don't have a key card. So yeah, that points to this right here. I still don't know what to do with that information. Might as well open up all the antechamber doors that I can, though. Come on. Wish that there was a faster way to do that. On we go. The vault again, man, it's really tempting me. Don't mind the veranda at all. Man, no, oh, wait, treasure map. Where does this lead again? Ah, down from the Secret Garden. Might as well try that now. But I don't have it. Oh, I do have a shovel. Good. A roller coaster of emotions. Let's get the pool room. Why not? Do I need to drain the pool in order to dig for treasure in the pool room? I hope not. Oh, no I don't. One of the lost coffers of Mount Holly. Place +8 gems. I think that they should make it so that, or it would have been cool if they made it so that if you opened up the floor in different locations, they put a lot of effort into detailing this stuff. It would have been nice if, like, you could uncover clues hidden under the floor. But maybe there is a spot like that, and I just don't know about it yet. Ballroom would be kind of disastrous for me, I'm not gonna lie. (12 minus 11 times 4 squared would be 16. 6 squared is 36. Divided by 6 is 6. Minus 3 is 3 times 2 is 6. Negative 1 squared is 1 times 10 is 10. There we go. A key card, would you look at that? Well, time to up the security level, so don't waste more keys. I think I will continue exploring downwards, though, just so I have more stuff. It'd be great if I could get the locker room, because everything would end up in the conference room. Alright, thank you for lurking, I appreciate it. I can get a second to study. Let's redraw that. Gambling it is. It's always the answer. What can be said? You know what? Let's take a risk and just pick a berry here. I'm curious. Ooh, the Rotundra. Do not mind that at all. Thank you for the follow, by the way. You can rotate? Okay, no. Terrace would be interesting. Den is interesting. We have the terrace here. Sure. Breaker box or laboratory? I think it is. I'm not sure. I can't even really get much out of the laboratory, so I think I'll go for the guest bedroom. I hope it doesn't give me the hovel. That'd be pretty sad. Gave me 2 keys, so it was in fact the servants' quarters, I'm pretty sure. Unless it was the... Oh no, I'm gonna miss... I'm gonna miss getting to the antechamber at 11:30 today. Or 11:05, I should say. Is one hand shorter than the other? It does kind of look like that, so maybe I can get there by 12:55. Pantry. Laboratory or master bedroom here. Interesting. Could go for this. Conservatory, don't mind if I do. Changing room plan, floor plan rarities is very nice. I'm trying to make this commonplace. It's just a good room all around. Passageway. I'll make that standard. Well, I don't know. It's all right. I get a bunch of gems anyways. It's fine the way it is. Nothing too exciting. Even though I'm at the front of the house, and go all the way back. Maybe I can try to get it to 100 gold and then end the day at the casino. I'll use the key here, why not? Don't think that was worth it, but oh well. Showroom? Don't mind if I do. What is for sale today? Chronograph. Okay. Silver spoon, ornate compass. This is the only item I haven't bought in the run before. Don't really care about the emerald bracelet. Honestly, maybe a silver spoon, but not really liking any of these too much. Hmm. I think I continue on. I'm gonna leave that there to try to get roommate from it. Oh, I should do the silver spoon and then get way more steps from eating all those fruits. I think it's worth it stepwise to go back and buy that. If only I had a, what is it called? A salt shaker, but I think it's worth it either way. That's a lot of steps. Let's use a key here. And honestly, I might try to reroll until I get a gallery. Or I could get a solarium. Ah, that really limits my options, though. Lost and found. Great Hall. Clock Tower Study Pantry. I'll get a pantry for now. Vestibule. I don't hate that. Let's do that. Lots of doorways. Come on, gallery. Locker room gives me a lot of keys. That's worth it. That's locked. I'll go ahead and open up this door. An old can. Love to see it. Very nice. Time to go back. Really need the gallery here. Ah, man. It's worth it. I have 12 keys now. Might as well use them. Could do the next Alizara vision. Why not? Get more gold.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened for one last time
Oh, the last
by
vision.
the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to impart to you one final vision.
Interesting.
a sea of 1,000 burning stars. I see a treasure buried beneath the cliff rocks. A black mirror hidden among the memories of the falling sands. And within the black mirror, I see a figure. A figure standing in sullen snow. All of what I have told you, my young Baron, I wish you to now know. Until we meet again some distant day, I will have nothing more to say.
Interesting. Wow. That was a pretty cool vision. I don't know what a lot of it means. I hardly recognize any of the areas that it was showing. I really hope there are more areas to explore, though. I recognize the train station, of course. The bridge it was showing seemed to be the Black Bridge, where the story took place that we read several plays or several sessions back. No idea where that black mirror is, or the room with the infinity sign and all the book carrying people, book carrying statues. That might be somewhere in the tomb, maybe? Like, after opening up that secret passage in the tomb? I think really that secret passage in the tomb is our next big step. I don't hate the solarium here, because I do want to find the gallery, which I believe is a rare room. Don't hit it at all, but come on, I really need this to be the gallery. The foyer. I don't think that's worth it. I'm willing to use a few stars here, but not many stars. Let's just use the courtyard and continue. Used quite a few gems, but I don't think that matters too much in the end. Oh, I got a pair of shoes. Oh, the silver key. Okay. Where is this? I'll just use the silver key. I'll definitely choose the armory and hope to get the axe. No axe for me, though. Gallery, gallery, gallery. Freezer. Oh no. I haven't been in the spare green room, so I'm just gonna go for that for now. Do I hear the metal detector? Detecting a coin. Very green. I guess I haven't unlocked this door. Oops. Oh, again, searching for the gallery. You know what, let's just choose this room. This room's pretty cool. Have one more run in me after this, and then I need to call it a night. Hey, it's the gallery. Would you look at that? Maybe we'll be able to reach room 8. So I don't know if this door is locked. But I do know that this door is unlocked because I tested that earlier. So I think I'm going to play it safe and just go all the way back around. Room 8. Here we come. Hopefully. Could also just be that that isn't where room 8 is. But I am hopeful. Oh, here we go. So it literally is that last painting room. Also, it's a corner room, which is interesting. It's a puzzle. Oh my goodness, what the heck? The sum of my sin, as it is penned, is a number within the room we are in. Won't find my bin in between sin, for I deserve to be a bin on the end. Okay. Hubris, I'm guessing. Oh, these are all individual items? Wait, what? Okay. Can I pick up multiple? Probably not. Also, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different statues. I'm gonna go ahead and place this figure here. Okay, you can take it back. Interesting. I feel like this is a screenshot moment, I'll be honest. Wait, how do you take a screenshot using Steam again? F12? Yes. Good, good. Oh, there are 8 boxes here. I recommend you think again if I'm ever a bin far from the fen. So envy or lust. Oh, to first begin, place me within a bin with an N within its sin. Okay, so that could be envy, gluttony, or mundanity. But I think mundanity is probably the penguin. I wish I hadn't have picked that up. I can replace it though. I go gluttony for now. You spend a min or 10 lounging in the den, you'll know which bin I'm often in. Okay, so this is sloth. The bin I tend to wind up in is near the bend in the tail of the tail of the skin. Lust. That's the one in the bend. To my chagrin, my neighbor's sin is written thin to fit it all in. Okay. So that's probably avarice, since mundanity is pretty the longest one. I share a trend with my neighbor's sin. A letter and its twin appear in each bin. Okay. So it could be gluttony or sloth for this one. Envy. I actually don't know about this one yet. Can I? What happens if I pick two of these up at once? Also, it's interesting to note that these are stone statues, which is kind of interesting given the story of the Blackbridge Grotto. But we'll deal with that later. I'm gonna place this here for now, just to empty my inventory of them. Wait, what happened to the other one? Oh, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm gonna put this here for now. Pretty sure this is envy, because it's the closest to the fin. Share a trend with my neighbor's sin. A letter and its twin appear in each bin. Maybe here? I have a feeling that's wrong, though. Yeah. So let's figure out where to use this one. A letter and its twin appear in each bin. Maybe that could be gluttony. That can make sense, maybe. The only ones with N, though, are envy, lust, and gluttony. Could be that the swan is lust. Let's try that. This could be envy. This could be gluttony. This could be tend to wind up in the bend I tend to wind up in is near the bend in the tail of the skin. The tail, I don't understand what that means, but this is kind of in the bend of the room. So I'm assuming that this is the eighth one. Because there's this letter 8. Or this, what am I talking about? This is number 8. But, not sure. I think this has to be Hubris, right? So the ones I'm sure of are Hubris and Sloth. To first begin, place me within a bin with an N within its sin. Let me remove all but those two. I'm also pretty sure of the elephant, actually. Or maybe it's... I mean, mundanity is definitely the longest one, right? 9 letters. Gluttony is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 letters. So, pretty sure that's the case. I mean, I feel like this has to be the case too. So, gluttony, wrath, and lust and envy. I share a trend with my neighbor's sin. A letter and its twin appear on each bin. So the first thing I thought of was gluttony, because it has a letter and the twin to the letter, the 2 T's, right? And sloth has a T, and wrath has a T. But, and also there's a TO in gluttony and an OT in sloth. Are there any others that share a bunch? Lust and wrath share a T, but I think that's it. Well, avarice also has an A, and mundanity has an A. They both have an I. But I feel like the elephant has to be an avarice. So I feel like the sloth is the only, or gluttony is the only thing that makes sense there. So the sloth could be in any of the, or sorry, the swan could be in any of these positions, to be fair. The tail of the skin. I have no idea what that was talking about, to be honest. The only one with an N left is envy, right? Only one that didn't show up in the painting was mundanity. It's also the only one like in the shadow. Hmm. Assume that's the case. This could go in gluttony. This could go in envy. Since gluttony is the second longest, the elephant could go in wrath. I also don't know what's supposed to change, so it's also concerning. But if it's anything like the gallery, it should be obvious once I get the solution correct. But this doesn't seem to be a correct solution. I also just still have no idea what this one means. We could also just go off of like how each of these guys sound, right? The dog's statue is like I deserve to be, so it does make sense for it to be hubris, right? So this statue has to be in gluttony, sloth, avarice, or mundanity. What if we have it in mundanity? But I'm not sure. So this room has 8 in it, but it also has 10 in it because of this statue. Hmm. Bend in the tail of the skin. I, oh my goodness. Oh. Oh. Maybe talking about the rug, actually. The bin I tend to wind up in is near the bend in the tail of the skin. Okay, that's what it's talking about. So this one has to be envy. Interesting. Or at least I'm assuming it has to be envy because it seems like the dog is hubris. I mean, it could be that the... Okay. First, let's put that there, right? Let's put this here because it's near it. Let's put the swan here, near the fin. It's the number within the room we are in. It's the number within the room we are in. Room 8. Right. What are the 7 deadly sins in order? Pride, greed, wrath, envy, lust, gluttony, and sloth. So the only thing that isn't within these is gluttony, or sorry, mundanity. but also like in the lore of the game, it makes sense that there would be eight deadly sins because there's a big emphasis on the number eight in the culture, which makes me think that the eighth sin would be mundanity, and that the penguin would need to go in the mundanity slots. But the problem with that is that if the monkey goes in hubris because it's next to the tail, right? Then the dog would have to go in mundanity, unless these two are not considered to be between each other because of the door. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I feel like this should be correct. Well, I do feel like this is sloth, though. This needs to have the letter N. Hmm. Which means that it needs to be gluttony. This can't be wrath. Oh boy. Let's assume, right, that the swan has to be right next to the fin in envy. The monkey has to be in hubris because of the tail. The dog would then, in my opinion, have to be in mundanity. That would mean that the lion has to be in gluttony because it's the only one with an N left. The hare would have to be in either avarice or sloth. Maybe avarice. You know, the elephant could, in theory, be in sloth instead of the bear. And then there's this one, which I have no idea about. Bear definitely makes the most sense for sloth, but maybe I'm just gonna try stuff. Okay. Let's put the elephant here. That would mean the hare could be sloth. Because it shares the O and the T. Then again, we're left with these two being left. It could also be that, like, these two say that they are near, right? So this one can't be far from the fin, but that also doesn't necessarily mean it needs to be adjacent to the fin. So in theory, the swan could go here, and the lion with an N in it could go in wrath. That means that the bunny could go in gluttony in theory. The elephant. What's the elephant? Oh no, sorry, not the elephant. No. No. Where's the one with an adjacent long name? Ah, the elephant. The elephant could go in. I really do feel like the bear should go in sloth. Wait, the lion cannot go in wrath. Sorry, it needs to go in envy, or like it can in theory go in envy. As it is penned. So sum of my sin, as it is penned, is a number within. Oh wait, is it not about the number of letters? That's 9 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So gluttony is 8 letters. So I bet that the penguin needs to go in gluttony. That makes more sense. Okay. In that case, right, the rabbit will need to go in sloth. The bear need to go in wrath. I mean, the elephant really feels like it should go here next to mundanity. Could be that. These two are swapped. That this isn't, like, technically between two bins. No. Let's go ahead and put the bear in sloth. So. So assuming that these two are correct, right? I don't think this would make very much sense. No. I really feel like this has to be sloth. Let me get rid of all the ones I'm not certain of. for instance, the monkey, I'm not sure if it's envy or hubris, because it could, in theory, be envy, which is still near the tail, but not like right next to it. But, man. If I just think about it very simply, right? I'll assume that the monkey is hubris next to the tail. That would mean that the dog would need to be mundanity. Because sloth and gluttony are taken up, avarice would need to be the bunny. Which leaves envy, lust, and wrath. Envy is the only one left with an N, so the line would need to go there. Swan could be lust, and then the elephant could be wrath, which is next to gluttony. There we go. Okay, but what happened? Aha! You have been awarded the Infinity Trophy for solving the puzzle room 8 on rank 8. Two allowance tokens. But that isn't all that this room has to offer. There's also a key in here somewhere. I do believe, at least. Because the 46th room, the slip of paper there, says that one of the keys is behind the last door of 8, so I'm assuming... Huh. Strange lighting. Could go back to the entrance hall and get a power hammer. Or try to get the power hammer. What? Let's try to bring a power hammer to this room. We'll see if it's possible. I need to let me memorize real quick where each of them goes. Okay, the thing that was tripping me up was bunny, which is an avarice, right? That makes sense. That makes sense. The elephant being in wrath and the lion being in envy. How to get out of here? Wait, how do I get out of here? What? I need to go to the drawing room, which is down to the chapel and the bookstore. Also, I just have not been looking at chat. Okay. Nothing has been said. If I want the coat check, I can't use the secret passageway. I need to use the entrance hall because you can't go through, go to a blue room. I can't forget that I took this. Let's really quickly go down and open the 46th room too. just because. Oh, I forgot I can't go down that way. Back we go. Now that I think about it, it could also be talking about the Mechanarium. I bet that room can have up to 8 doors, so maybe I need to do a run where I just try to draft a bunch of like I forget what they're called, rooms with the gear symbol on them. Draft 8 rooms with gear symbols, and then and then try to draft the Mechanarium. If I wanted to do that, I would need to craft the electromagnet with a compass and a battery, because that increases the chance of finding those. And I might even need to draft a chamber of mirrors so that I have more doors. Or sorry, I have duplicate rooms that I can use. I can craft the super shuffle. Guy wants to do that though. I mean, I guess I might as well. I've hardly ever used this contraption before. Running low on steps. I think I will go back here just to see what happens if I use one of activate one of these, right? So let's just do this. Makes sense. Makes sense. Did I ever draft a kitchen? I don't think so. Can I use the power hammer on anything in here? Can't believe I'm low on steps on this run. The last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. So I originally thought that was referring to room 8, but the more I think about it, the more I'm guessing that it is just referring to the Mechanarium. But it is cool how we got the room 8 trophy. Very neat. 2 allowance tokens. I wonder if there's any point in trying to get to room 8 ever again. Unfortunately, I don't have enough steps to put the power hammer back in the coat check. But, you know, that's all right. Could try to go back to room 8 one last time, I think. It's kind of all the only thing I can do at this point. Can I hammer in the nails over here? Unless I already did get a key from the Mechanarium. Can't remember off the top of my head. I used so many stars this run. Whoops. But, you know, I got a trophy for it, so I can't really complain. But yeah, it does not look like I am able to accomplish anything else this day. Alright. Guess I'll call it here. Pretty exciting stuff we did. We managed to reach room 8, solve the puzzle in the gallery, and then solve the puzzle in room 8. Did not get a sanctum key, though. Ah, man. I think I'll call it here. And maybe have another stream tomorrow. We'll see. Alright. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the stream, everybody. And I'll see you later. Goodbye.